Joe, I have the two stones here. This is the Ozaki here, and this is the Shobodani. They're both Asagi stones. The Ozaki is a little bit darker, and the Shobodani is just a little bit lighter. It all has to do with the clay binders. It has nothing to do really with the grit. So we'll set the Ozaki aside, and the first thing I'm going to do is I have a King 1000, and I'm going to set the bevel using diagonal strokes. That should do it, and the diagonal strokes are going to contrast with the straight on strokes that I'm going to use when I go to the Japanese natural stone. Okay, we have a nicely defined scratch pattern here on the razor. Here's the edge, and I'll focus that in. Here we go. So this is a 1000 grit scratch pattern. The scratches go from below towards the base of the bevel right up to the edge, and I'll take a photo of that for future reference. Okay, so we're going to go to the Shobodani now. What I'm going to do is we're going to erase those, replace those scratches with a scratch pattern from the Shobodani. This is my worn out Atama. It was a number 600 when I bought it, and now it's probably acting more like a 1500 or 1200 or something like that. So this is the Bengal. It's a German razor, probably from the 1930s. And because you had a little trouble with your razor hitting the toe and the heel, you ended up getting a good HHT in the middle. But this is a technique I use. I use my finger out here at the toe, or at the heel, or in the center. And that way I can focus a little bit on different parts of the razor. And I'll move my finger down the spine so that it just helps to make the edge come in contact at that particular part of the razor. Okay, so that was like about 20 strokes. See, I'm moving my finger down. I'll do it in slow motion here. Okay, so that should clear those 1K scratches. And if you haven't noticed, I have a switch on my microscope that allows me to view from the binocular eyepieces, and then when I switch it over the other way, then we can view it on the computer. Okay, so we start out with a diagonal scratch pattern, and here's what we have now. This is more straight on type strokes, and we have a Kasumi finish on the razor. You can focus in and out. You can see there's no real hidden scratches there. If we go down towards the base of the bevel, you're going to see some remnants of those 1K scratches. This right here is the face of the razor where it's shiny, all polished. And this is how wide our bevel is. It's 1/2 millimeter wide. And then we'll go up to the edge. So this was with a slurry raised with a diamond plate. And I'm going to take a photo here so that we can see how our progress has gone. So this will be photo 1526. Next thing I'm going to do is I'll take the same razor and the same stone. I'm going to rinse the stone off. And I have a piece of Tomo Nagra that actually I'll probably have to shape a little bit. I want to create a rounded edge to use. So now I have a rounded edge, and I can. So with the Tomo, you always want to work towards the ends of the hone. You do a lot of honing here, not much at the ends, so this helps to wear the stone evenly between the middle and the ends. The Tomo wears down the stone a little bit, and then the razor wears down the stone a little bit, so this way we can sort of even it out. Okay, so that was with first a diamond plate slurry. Now we'll do a little bit lighter strokes with a Tomo slurry. Rinse off some of that slurry and bring a little water over to the hone. So we're getting a much thinner slurry component now. Now it's closer to just clear water. Make a little slower strokes. Think about lighter pressure. Okay, should do it. So I'm going to take another look with a microscope. Okay, we got quite a bit of refinement now from the, let's see, I lost my focus there somehow. Focusing it, okay. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Okay, I wasn't looking at the edge itself. Okay, so here's our edge, and the edge has become straighter, and the bevel has become, I'm going to take a photo of that. The edge has become brighter also. The scratches are not so defined. I'll focus in and out. So there's in, here's focus, and here's out of focus. So you can see our scratches are very regular, and the whole razor looks brighter. So the one other thing I want to show you is, if you look at the scratch pattern there, and here's a piece of hair that I've taken a photo of earlier, just to give you some perspective on how thick a piece of hair is. This is about 100 microns thick compared to the scratch pattern we have here from the Shobodani. Okay, so let's just move on, and we're going to take the razor, and I have a strop here. This is a old horsehide top grain strop. Pull it as tight as you can. Okay, that must have been somewhere around 25 passes. And not everyone uses a hanging hair test, but I do. And it's always served me as an indicator of the type of edge I'll be shaving with. And I have some hair. I hope you can see this. I'll start this with I have incandescent light I can use, but let's see if you can see it here. Okay, so that was HHT5. And this is root out. That was a 5. Turn the hair around. It's a little curled here. That was silent. That was root in. That was pretty silent. Now, I'll turn the light on and see. So that was a silent 5. That pinged just a touch. Here again, this is root out. That was a easy 5. Here, root out again. That was a 5. It fell to the side there a little bit. I'll turn the hair around. And that was a 4. It was a 5 but acted like a 4 because the hair was curled. Okay, here's a, so this is root out. So you can, this is a shaveable razor. I'm sure I can shave against the grain with that from the Shobodani. And it's a little study on how to manipulate the spine of the razor while you're honing.